Hey, pal, Jim Davis along with the Buckeye Boy from the Jim Davis Show, weekday morning, 7 to 10 on Colorado Sports Leader, the team, all across the Western Slope, 101.1 FM here in the Valley, 1490 in Rifle, 100.1 in Montrose, online all the time at the team, 1340.com. Also podcasts, too. We have podcasts as well. We're getting close to the trade deadline. J.D. Martinez was supposed to be a trade target for the Rockies, the then Detroit Tigers outfielder. Now he's in the National League West, and now with the Rockies, the Arizona Diamondbacks trading some of their prospects to get J.D. Martinez. I think you and I kind of agree on this one, which is shocking.
Kind of weird, yeah.
I don't think the Rockies really missed out here. He's supposed to be brought in to pick up the middle of the order offensively, a weapon against left-handed pitching, good left-handed bat. And you look at what the Rockies have done against left-handers this year, they've actually hit pretty well. They have the third best batting average in baseball right now, and so I don't feel like that. Because there are people saying, "Oh, they missed out on Martinez. That means that they're not serious. Arizona, they're serious about winning the wild card." I'm not getting that vibe at all. I think it's a smart move to not bring in a player that you're only going to bring him for a couple months, and that's really all you're going to get on J.D. Martinez.
Right. His deal's up after 2017. He's a free agent. There's no team control past the last day of the season, no matter when it ends for the Rockies. And you're right. Against left-handed pitching, the Rockies have the most runs scored in the National League. Tigers and Indians have most runs scored in baseball. Standings are shaking out right now, and they're only a half game up. So you're not going to see all lefty pitching the rest of the way. He's going to have to start hitting some righties to keep that lead if they're the Diamondbacks, and if he doesn't, they gave up 2 top 15 prospects for a guy that did not help them do jack in the postseason. And I am okay with the Rockies not risking that investment.
Below average defender, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
terrible defender,
yeah. And
there's a lot of room at Coors Field to screw up in.
Absolutely. So Kevin Gausman, Dylan Bundy from the Baltimore Orioles, those 2 pitchers could be guys that the Rockies are targeting. Jeff Passan from Yahoo Sports says those are a couple of the arms that the Rockies are looking at. And we ask the question, arm or a bat. I think we both think arm, whether it's a bullpen guy, preferably a bullpen guy, or a starting pitcher. That's the direction the Rockies need to go right now. They're 20th in baseball in ERA. They're 9th in the National League right now, which in some ways that's an improvement over the past.
Yeah,
but the bullpen continues to be an area of concern for the baseball.
Absolutely. You mentioned Bundy and Gausman. They combined together. Each of them have an over 7 ERA and combined at 7.13 in the last 7 weeks. That's not just a bad streak. That's a trend now. And I don't need guys with plus 7 ERAs at Coors Field. We already have those guys. That's what we're trying to get rid of. David Phelps, AJ Ramos. There's some other relievers kind of kicking around out there. Would have liked to have had Robertson before he went to the Yankees last night. But I would much rather get a guy in the bullpen that can be that bridge from your Chris Russin to Greg Holland as opposed to another starter that's going to give the bullpen fits by giving up 5 runs.
To me, Ramos from the Marlins makes the most sense. He's a guy also, if the Rockies can't bring back Greg Holland if the price gets too high. Ramos has been closing for the Marlins. He could be your bridge to Greg Holland this year and could be your closer next year if things don't work out in regard to bringing Greg Holland back. So.
Yeah, hey, you never know. Greg Holland might be worth the money he asked for.
Yeah.
Rockies gave him a chance. Maybe he'll keep that in mind.
Leads Major League Baseball picked up his 30th save against the Padres.
And just think how bad the Rockies have been in the last month. He still leads baseball in this.
It's been a remarkable season for Greg Holland. Rockies took a chance on him.
He could hit 50.
Yeah, and it's paid off. Also, good news looks like for David Dahl that there was a lot of talk that he would be back. A little bit that maybe he is on track a little bit faster and might possibly be back with the Rockies this season. We thought just 2 days ago. It's funny how things changed. 2 days ago, nope, not going to happen. To now, well, there's a chance that he might be back this year.
And Jeff Bridich says that manager Buddy Black was kind of misquoted, taken out of context in the Post article, and Buddy yesterday didn't really argue that point. He kind of said, yeah, he needs his at-bats. He didn't necessarily walk it back, but the story may have not necessarily been what the story actually is. So they have until, I believe, the 30th to figure out what to do with him, the 27th or the 30th to figure out whether they can activate him or leave him on the DL. And that would determine what's going to happen for the rest of the season. So they got about a week.
Yeah, I think it was like 20 days last Wednesdays when he went on the 20-day DL. So they've got a little time here to figure out, but it's coming up fast,
Yeah,
though.
it's fast approaching.
I'm not crazy about the Raymel Tapia sending him down. I know they had to do it to bring up Sensatella, but and Tapia's been so good.
There's 3 guys in the bullpen you can DFA.
Yeah. To me, sending Tapia down to the Isotopes, not a great decision. But so they get paid the big bucks.
Yep.
Finally, like they really need motivation because you know how Chris Harris Jr. loves bulletin board material. Talib does as well.
Yeah.
Pro Football Focus has taken the Broncos no-fly zone, your best secondary the last 2 years. They're now 4th behind the Giants, the Patriots, and the Seattle Seahawks. You know that Talib and Junior and those guys they're loving this in one way because this is going to stoke the fire. And they feel like they have the best secondary in football. What did they do to Tom Brady last year when they met the Patriots? Held him to a career-low 177 yards.
They smothered him, and, they ran the disrespect flag up the flagpole last year, being the number 1 defense, number 1 secondary in the league. I can only imagine what they're going to be saying.
You didn't like the color of my shirt. I'm going to use that as motivation.
You have the number 1 and the number 3 defensive backs, according to Pro Football Focus, and that's the 4th best secondary. There's a hinky accounting going on there.
You don't like Pepsi. I love it. I'm taking that as motivation. That's why everything. Yeah, I mean Coke's fine too. I do like Coke, by the way. But I mean they take anything for motivation.
Yeah.
And this is going to get them wound up.
You go away from me, I'm motivated. You throw at me, I'm motivated. You can't please them. There's no pleasing them.
Which is great because that's
fine. Yeah.
They use the disrespect thing so much that it's part of the reason why they're one of the best secondaries, if not, in my opinion, still the best secondary in football. All right, Summer Music Madness continues. Triple Play Records. Thank you, Rock. Thank you, Matt. We continue on with that. Details at our website at theteam1340.com. Podcasts, everything at theteam1340.com. We will see you next time.